Hi there.
You're watching Sipping Off the Cuff on TequilaAficionado.com, part of Tequila Aficionado Media. I'm Alex Perez in Southern California.
I am Mike Morales here also in Southern California, and
Woo-hoo.
hopefully Alex is not frozen on his screen because he's frozen on mine. Uh, let's see if he comes back. Come back to us, Alex. Come back. Are you there?
I'm back.
Can you? Oh, there you go. Okay, good. I'm
I'm
sorry.
here.
Sometimes we're at the mercy of the internet, and that's how it works for us. Okay, that's why it's sipping off the cuff. If you've been watching, we are beside ourselves, sipping and dissecting and breaking apart Raicilla Balam.
Um,
Now you notice that there's very much cat themed on this on all the labels and the different cat on every label. This one, Alex, I'm kind of intrigued because we have no information on this one. This is a Balam siete años. So they're calling it an extra añejo. So they're borrowing the terminology from
from
tequila,
tequila, yeah.
and it's made by the same maker as the Costa that we reviewed earlier on. Same maker, same plant, same fermentation process, which we know very little of. We don't know if they're using fibers, not using fibers, wild wild yeast, and also cooked in a conical pit. So, but we don't know what it's aged in. What did they say? Did they tell you what?
Nothing. Could be oak. It could be something else. We don't know. It could be used barrels.
Yeah,
Uh,
we have no idea. So here we go.
ooh.
Using just our taste buds, and I hope I got a clean glass here. I think I do. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. I'm gonna use my Stasel Jarrito that I normally use for higher proof. It's the one with the wider mouth. Alex is sticking with the Glencairn.
My trusty Glencairn.
The glass. Oh, wow, that's different.
Ooh.
I know that when we tasted the second iteration, the Eye of the Tiger, the Ojo del Tigre, you caught us snorting from the bottleneck, which is not. That's really professional, guys.
Yeah,
Anyway,
this one isn't too hello coming out of the bottle.
yeah, no, it's
Uh,
muted actually.
but this is beautiful. It's got a beautiful nose.
Oh my, the
Uh,
plant qualities are not lost.
no,
They're right
it's
there.
very elegant. Very elegant nose, if I may say so.
Oh well, you may.
The color it's a beautiful light straw color, real light pale straw.
Yeah,
So they do say it's aged for 7 years. We don't know what type of wood it's been touching. It
uh,
could be used oak.
yeah, home. They call it home oak or encino, which is basically an oak barrel. Um,
So I'm getting some pretty rich notes on the nose. I'm actually getting some like thick, heavy spices or cooking spices, I should say.
well, again, remember this is the same version as the Costa, only aged in barrels. So whatever we
Yeah.
described to you on the Costa, now it's got another layer of complexity, and that's from the wood, from 7 years in wood.
Wow, it's got a really beautiful nose.
And I don't know about you, Alex. I'm getting more alcohol now.
Yeah, I'm getting
The
that
first
too.
the first two didn't give us a lot of alcohol. There was minimal alcohol at all. So
Yeah,
this one,
especially
I'm
when
actually I'm
you
getting
get
it.
your nose in there, yeah. But just right on top, I'm getting kind of like a mapley, syrupy note or notes. Obviously coming from the wood, probably even like a hint of vanilla
That's what it is.
or dried fruit. I'm getting like dried fruit. I mean, it's coming from the barrel. Getting the spiciness and some herbs. I think I mentioned I had Indian type of herbs before.
Yeah, I think I mentioned to you it was like a um, uh, what was the herb I was looking at? Not coriander. Was it coriander?
No, no, I know what you're talking about. Kind of like curry.
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 Yes.
So nice. Well, let's
Wow, I'm
do
trying to
one.
get it to open up a little bit more because it is heavy, a little
Yeah.
heavier and headier on the alcohol.
Yeah, we just opened these up, so they're really tight.
Yeah,
You got to let them flex and move around and oxygenate a little bit.
it's a the spirit when it's made with intention, with intent, it really reacts like a living thing.
Beautiful.
And we'll read you a little bit more information on the master distiller and how he uses what he considers a Solera method to make this the base alcohol that this is aged this is without the aging. Okay.
Yeah, imagine it's Solera, even though it doesn't say it on the bottle. I would think it would say it.
Yeah. Now, again, when we say Solera, we're talking about Jerez, we're talking about sherry, and that's blending old sherry with new sherry and letting it rest. So and they do that. It's a method known as Solera, which is from Solera, Spain. Um, but they're calling it. He's calling it Solera. But this is actually unaged. Uh, uh, but it is an older spirit that's been distilled, and I'll read the information. Was it 15 years ago, something like that?
Beautiful. Well, I'm ready to
I'm getting more mint. There's like a wood mint on this thing for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to dig in. Mm. Mm. Wow, that is really smooth on coming in.
We
Nice,
never say smooth.
medium finish. A little spice in the end there.
Yeah, and the spice is coming from the barrels. It's more like a hot cinnamon,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but it's creamy. You know what I mean? It's a creamy kind of entry and exit.
Yes, yes. I know what you're talking about.
Um,
Wow,
wow.
very
This,
different.
it's velvety. It's
Yes, there you
velvety.
go.
It's
Creaminess, velvety. Yeah, it's very soft. But it's got structure though.
Yes. Now, again, this is the same root alcohol that the
Uh-huh.
Costa is, only it now has another layer of complexity for being aged 7 years. So I guess if it's aged, we would say creamy. If it's unaged, or I'm sorry, we'd say velvety. If it's unaged, I would say creamier. More. This one has really a lot of. It's just in the finish. The finish is the same as the original. It's long to medium. It's a giving finish, but I don't think it's coming from the barrel so much as it's coming from the plant
Oh,
itself.
yeah, the plant and the distillation.
Yeah.
But this is a beautiful spirit.
What a velvety. This is uh I know you don't do cigars, but I would do a cigar, and I wouldn't do a robust cigar with this. I would pair it with. You could pair this with chocolate. You
Yeah,
could pair. This is a great, but it's not a dessert. Um, I wouldn't call it a dessert so much as maybe a digestif, and after dinner.
yeah. It's actually very elegant. It's delicate, elegant.
Yeah. Um.
It's got
Wow.
it's got qualities like a cognac.
Yeah, but it doesn't have that dry finish like a cognac does.
Mm-mm.
This none of these finishes finish dry. Um,
Wow,
and
that's
and even gin finishes dry, but you mentioned in the previous tasting that you would take the second version, the second expression, and use it in gin-based
yeah.
cocktails.
Substitute a gin for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but this one's like velvet, man.
this
Wow, this
this
is
is definitely to keep and sip.
oh yeah, Yeah.
You want to nurse this baby.
I don't even. I would hesitate to even put it in what, a Manhattan or so. I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to think about putting it in a cocktail. But I know you probably will, Alex. But you know.
We're always experimenting.
Mm.
But wow, what a beautiful spirit. And the 7 years, you know what I like too, Mike, is it's been aged for 7 years, but it doesn't have that overpowering woody notes or other things that come with the wood. So
Yeah.
maybe these are old barrels. I don't know. It's got a beautiful color.
Yeah. I mean, the color is rich too. It's a rich, deep, complex, approachable, but it's velvety. It's velvet, and it's not. You know, the unaged version is silky. I
Beautiful.
will say that, silky and maybe a little bit buttery, but this is velvet, folks. This is velvety and so approachable. I'm really impressed. I thought for sure this was going to be a lot more aggressive on the intake. Um, this is all kinds of subtle, all
Beautiful.
kinds of subtle.
Yeah,
Now here's
don't let the bottle fool you either. This thing is substantial.
oh. Now the thing is, there's not a whole lot of information on their website. It's not even there's no information on it. It doesn't exist on the website. I don't have I don't know who's carrying it. We don't have a price point per se.
I gather this for being a 7 year extra añejo is probably upwards in the close to $100 range.
It has to be. It has to be. Now you know what I'm getting to, Alex? I'm getting a blend of the paper quality
Oh, okay,
that we
gotcha.
got in the Costa. I'm getting that blended with the wood. So now I'm getting, and they're two separate because there's paper and there's the wood. So I'm getting like both of those together.
Beautiful.
Oh my goodness. And the alcohols, I will say this, the alcohol is a little higher on this one. This is the one of the three the expressions that we've had. The alcohol is a little bit more pronounced on this one. That's okay. I look for that. It's all right. It's not going to burn your nostrils. It's not a. It's
No,
not.
it's
It,
exactly.
it's
It's
a
more of a
necessary.
flavor. It's more of a flavor necessity.
Yes, it's an enhancer. It brings forth. It's a necessary element. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that in tequilas, a lot of people do not like it. But when you're talking about mezcals and in that group like sotos, raicillas, and bacanoras, you look for that alcohol even a little bit because it brings forth um, the rest of the elements. And the person that said that to me to begin with was Germán Gonzalez. He goes, the alcohol is a necessary element because it brings forth everything else.
Right.
So, and he's right. He was right. So,
Right. And it magnifies the expressions of all the components.
mm-hmm.
But no, I love it. This is excellent. This is excellent. I'm really impressed. Yes, Brandon
And I
Promise.
promise.
I agree, hands down. Hands down. What an excellent raicilla. Excellent example of a raicilla. True
Yes.
artisanal raicilla.
Yeah. If you're
Beautiful.
looking, what a for having been considered moonshine all this time for like what did you say, Alex? 300 years worth of
They've been making raicilla for over 300 years. So, I mean,
and
I wish I would have bought this from this guy back in the day when he was selling it off the hill with his moonshine, okay?
yeah, but to the let me show you this is the maker. This is of this particular. This is Rosalio. And take a look at if you can see him clearly. This guy's an old school distiller. This guy's a moonshiner. But here's the kicker. It's gentle, it's elegant. It has every one of these three expressions was elegant. There was no moonshine about it. There was no white
Amazing.
lightning about it. This one this one is bottled at I should probably read you the stats and stories, okay? But it's pretty much the same as the first one. This is bottled supposedly at 43 ABV.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's, wouldn't consider that barrel strength. But on the back of the label, it says it's 43 ABV. Only 500 liters were ever made. I have bottle number 318. What number bottle do you have?
I got 241.
Ah, you beat me.
There you got any?
You got the earlier version. And wow, what a substantial. These are imported by Castara Imports in Ukiah. The bottler is Javier Villagran, who made this happen, by the way. Javier reached out to us and he wanted us. He said, I want to be part of your magazine. I want to be part of Sipping Off the Cuff. I thought I'd never be able to see this.
Beautiful.
Because I've seen it for the last 2-3 years. And Alex has been, just begging me to send him more Raicilla. So asking, you shall receive.
These Raicillas are rare. So if you find this, you got to grab it.
Yes.
I mean, this is what do they say? It's only 500 liters made.
500
what's
liters.
That? Maybe 600 bottles, maybe.
Yeah.
600 bottles.
My bottle is about halfway, so it's a halfway through the production line. Alex is a little bit under that. Get yourself one of these bottles. Do yourself a favor. This is a celebratory. Eric Zandona and I did a series of Bacanoras that we loved, and one of them had a berry in it. Considered it uvalama, and that was a celebratory Bacanora, and I would say this is something similar. This is one of those you bring on special occasions. You have this is celebrate. This is commemorate. And
then go hide it.
Yeah, and then go hide it. This is crazy. I want to thank Javier for making this happen. We have been blessed with these Raicillas. And again, when we say the hand of the maker makes a big difference, I think this is the biggest illustration I've ever seen outside of a couple of mezcals where the hand of the maker really does make a difference, because Raicilla has a small denomination of origin within Jalisco. So it's not like they can make it a whole lot of different places.
Right.
And the way they're making it, not even close to anything that they make in Tequila. It's not anywhere close to Bacanora, not even some of the mezcals that they make in Oaxaca or anywhere. This is really, as Alex likes to say, it's a rare gem.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really.
But that's our take on Balam. Take us home, Alex. Oh, man.
Yeah, please go looking for it. Let us know if you find it. Let us know where you find it. We don't even know the price points to some of these, but we know they're well worth the money you spend on them. So thanks for watching. And as always, sip wisely.